hospital sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, by accident. I mean, it's just not what you do. And she's like, well, who cares if that's not what you do? I know that I can prepare myself for it, and I know that Andrew can prepare himself for it. He's totally cool with it. I was just like, you might want to do your research. I think you're going crazy. I don't think you know what you're talking about, and, I'm concerned. And so I was just like, but, just do your research, and we can talk about this later, And then I hang up there, and I'm like, bitch is crazy. Like, I really hope that she, really reconsiders this. I think it's an insane idea, right? So then, going back to where I was before, I run into the link about unassisted birthing. And I was like, this is common? Like, people do this? Like, people actually have babies at home by themselves, like, unassisted. Not at a hospital. No medical intervention whatsoever. I was just like, what is going on here? There's something to this. So then I started researching unassisted birthing. And boy, I found out this is like an entire like feminine movement of like women delivering their babies at home by themselves with absolutely no medical intervention. And not only is it actually safe, it's actually safer than delivering at a hospital. Fewer complications, fewer emergencies, because if you think about it, they're not being injected with Pitocin, which raises the heart rate of the baby. They're not getting an epidural. They're not having any kind of stress from people monitoring them, checking them vaginally constantly. And these women that deliver at home, they can actually tell when there's a problem. They're like, well, if the baby is passing the cervix, yet it's not going past that, there's obviously something wrong. And often it's an easy fix. But even if it's not, they can usually tell when there's a problem, and then they go to the hospital. But more times than not, they're fine. It really opened my eyes to the possibilities. And I called my girlfriend. I was like, Jess, this is crazy. There's a lot of women who actually do this on purpose. She's like, I know. I tried to tell you. I researched it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, this is crazy. Like, I feel like I'm crazy, but I know it feels right. So from that moment on, that became my dream, because my dream was always to deliver at home. I just never thought it would be possible. But I'm finding the courage from within. I'm finding the power from within. I'm finding my own strength, and I'm really believing in myself that I'm capable of this, and that this is the best thing for my baby. I want my baby to come from my womb and land directly on me and my partner be the only ones there. I want our smells to be the only smell. I want our germs to be the only ones that that baby is in contact with when it's first born. I want my son to be there. I want it to be a comforting, relaxed environment where I can express my emotions, I can be myself, my baby can adjust to the world in a calm and relaxed way. So, it's controversial. It is far from controversial. It's straight up considered unsafe. So many women in the past have died at home giving birth, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Out of all the developed countries in the world, out of all of the developed countries of the world, our country has the second highest newborn death rate in the world. The second highest. Why is that? Because every other developed country in the world delivers their babies at home with a midwife. Now, I'm not discounting midwives, but in my situation, I can't have a midwife. They will not deliver me at home. And even if they could, it's not the worst thing to not have one. As long as you educate yourself, you know what to expect. If you know when your baby comes out, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're purple, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. as long as you know that if the baby's cord is wrapped around its neck, all you have to do is this to unwrap it. As long as you educate yourself and know what to expect and don't panic and just know that things are most likely okay, you don't have much of an issue. A lot of the history regarding childbirthing at home involves poverty, starvation, a lot of diseases that are now preventable, and there was usually a big reason why there was a high death rate at home. And now it's not like that, because now we're developed. Now we have vaccinations to prevent us from getting diseases that were really common back then. Now we know how to handle the common cold, where back then we didn't. You know, people developed pneumonia and died. There's different situations now that make it safer, and it's probably the decision I'm going to go with. I'm still going to visit my hospital that I was originally planning. I'm still going to talk to them. I'm going to let them know this is everything I want to do. I want to deliver my baby into my own hands. I don't want there to be tons of monitoring. I don't want an IV. I don't want to put people in and out of my room. Only if I make a phone call will you come into my room. If they can't work with me on what I want for my birth plan, it's going to be at home, baby. So I'm also looking, like I said, into hypnobirthing. I'm looking into water birthing. I'm looking into a lot of different information. I'll be posting more information later on the things I'm researching, but hopefully I can just get pregnant in the first place. I'm talking about this as if I'm already pregnant. We're trying. I just ovulated, so in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I'll know whether or not I am. And if not, then hopefully the next month. Hopefully I don't wind up with a string of videos, am I pregnant? Hopefully I'm just like, yep, here it is, I'm pregnant, and I could just continue from there. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing tons of research. Add your comments, questions below, and keep it clean, keep the peace, keep it loving and light. I don't really need any negative energy or negative feedback. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but, you know, I don't think everyone should push their opinion. So just keep it real with me, and I will keep posting more in the future. Alright, so I'm out, and I'll be uploading another video pretty soon. Bye.